There's a quote of Philip K. Dick that says, "There exists, for everyone, a sentence, a series of words that has the power to destroy you." Which sentence is it for you?
I used to be so proud of you.
My best friend. Do you have a best friend? I thought I did. Frown.
TCH. Like I'm gonna tell you my weakness. What if every relationship you've ever been in is somebody slowly figuring out they didn't like you as much as they hoped they would? James A. Caster ironically said during his stand-up routine, which otherwise was hilarious.
No one wants you here. Anyone can say it. And no matter how much progress I've made, it always rings true.
Your tumor from 3 years ago has returned.
We were only your friend because you wouldn't take the hint.
Let's assume Noah's Ark really happened. Which animals were most likely the biggest pain in the ass during the whole time, and why?
Wait. How did they get food? The herbivores made some sense, but the carnivores had to have ate the animals.
I guess lions or any carnivore their size, trying to keep them from making any other animal go extinct is not only a pain in the ass but also dangerous.
The anteaters. What do you mean there's only 2 ants?
Termites, carpenter bees, carpenter ants, woodchucks, woodpeckers, beavers. Imagine all the holes Noah had to patch on the way.
Hippopotamuses. They can be very loud and they mark their territory by spraying poo through their spinning tail. They can also be very aggressive if you invade their territory.
Obviously it was the dinosaurs. Noah probably got sick of them and was like, fuck it. No dinos in the new world. Sorry God. Why is this marked NSFW? What kind of answers do you want?
What nice thing will you do for somebody today?
I brought in donuts to work.
Not today, but tomorrow I'm donating some of my bone marrow smile.
I'm going to tutor math at my university for free.
I'm taking my neighbor, she's 95, to the cemetery to place flowers on her husband's grave. In the year he died, it was Labor Day, a holiday we'll observe on Monday this year. I'm staying home and thereby saving everyone from the pleasure of my company until I make an attitude adjustment.
What's the worst thing you ever did as horny teenager?
Rubbed one out while riding a bicycle. I was on a long-distance bike tour in rural Wisconsin.
My parents like traveling even though we don't have much. We finally went to Washington, D.C. so we wanted to spend loads of time. I got super horny and I nutted in a Lincoln Memorial bathroom. Used a can of dry shampoo to masturbate with, only I used the capped end. The lid came off and got stuck in my vag. Took ages to get it out as the edges of the cap were stuck behind the opening. I bled a little.
You know, I thought I was a really horny teenager, but reading these comments makes me feel like a Puritan.
Orgasms 10 times with an electric toothbrush in a day.
What were some "I can't believe I'm getting paid for this" moments at your job?
In a past job, albeit a low-paid one, I got to help raise a baby sea otter, and one day I had the task of combing and fluffing up her fur to keep her waterproof and help her float. I was literally being paid to groom an adorable baby otter.
Right fucking now, I work in a call center for a government body here in the UK. Since February, I've been paid £12 an hour to fucking sit here and do fuck all. I have taken personally, myself, since February, 6 calls. But shit, I am bored.
I work 8 hours a day. I actually work 20 minutes to a half hour of that. I read Reddit most of the day.
Redditors from very small towns, what's the latest local news?
Billy the Labrador has stopped barking at Rusty the horse every morning when Rusty walks by.
They finally caught the guy who's been breaking into local businesses to steal cash. It's the guy that owns a restaurant that used to be really successful but has recently gone under, turns out has addicted to ice and is in mountains of debt.
The high school chemistry teacher had an affair with the new biology teacher. Surprised everybody, cause this teacher was such a nice and respected figure in my town, and seemed so devoted to his wife and two adorable toddlers.
The police got called because a pair of animals were on one of the farm/market roads, only these animals were specific to Africa and we live in Texas. Come to find out some guy owned them without people really knowing and they got out one day.
Construction continues all over town and if we had actual traffic volume it would be inconvenient.
My neighbor and the police thought one of her flowers/potted plants were stolen. Nope, a deer walked by and ate it. Carries a giant moth web that is from a moth that isn't native to Ireland.
British people of Reddit, how is the American Revolution taught in your schools?
Nothing. We did lots of Roman/Anglo-Saxon/Viking, Norman stuff then straight to the World Wars. I think as someone else has said it's learning about things near your school that you can get to on a school trip.
I only ever learned about it to add context to the French Revolution in 6th form. It actually came up in our levels and no one could answer the question because we had no idea what happened.
It's not part of the national curriculum. Berkeley had a small mention of it in the context of discussing the cotton trade, but that was about it.
It's usually covered briefly under the chapter covering the Georgians. We don't learn about the War of 1812 either.
They either don't or I didn't pay attention.
What knowledge is so crucial that it's sad adults have to be told about it?
Banks, tax agencies, government institutions, etc., will never call or email you telling to log in or give your SS, bank details or anything. I keep telling this to people but they don't seem to get it.
Personal hygiene.
Parents are supposed to love and care for you, and if yours don't, they're wrong, not you.
That you need to wash your ass too.
Don't litter. Take care of your trash the right way.
Not everything is about you. You can listen and show empathy without one-upping someone's experiences, and you don't have to dominate every single conversation. And if you get good at balancing this, you learn a lot from other people.
How to balance a budget.
What song do you want played at your funeral?
Tetris theme while my coffin is being lowered into the grave. Mama, I'm Coming Home Ozzy Osbourne. It was my mom's favorite song and she passed in 2010.
Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd.
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Exit Music by Radiohead. Always look on the bright side of life.
Pop Goes the Weasel as my casket is lowered.
Humans of Reddit, what are our planetary defenses?
Consider reposting with the title, Non-Humans, and document how the responses change.
Incurable diseases.
What if dumb reality shows are defending us already? Aliens watching our TV choose not to invade Earth because we aren't worth their time. Well, I'm working on a moon laser to complement my ground laser. It's powerful enough to draw a smiley face in Pluto. Every animal and insect in Australia.
Humans, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully you will accept our heathen invitation in the near future and we may build a better world for all of us.
Water.